Welcome back, baseball fans, to the Carryover League, eliminating the Dodgers. A heavyweight knockout. Dodgers couldn't make it to the playoffs. They were 30-11 last year, runners up to the Oakland A's in the World Series. This year in the Fall League, they lose 6 of their final 8 games to the Astros and Padres of all teams, and they're done. A game under 500. Just didn't pitch well, didn't hit well. You could say they were disinterested. So, heads are going to roll in LA. That is completely uncalled for, as they expect to be competing for the World Series every year. So you can expect a reshuffling of the deck in this offseason. First thing we'll do is get rid of these 76 guys. Actually, 76 and 79, they didn't win the National League West because the Cincinnati Reds did. And apparently it was that kind of a year, since we know the Reds are tearing it up in a different division. So these are the Dodgers that are coming back. And that would be a split of 8 and 4. 8 hitters and 4 pitchers. And we got a couple catchers. Oates and Dyer. And I don't see Garvey anywhere. Will have to be improved. Lopes. Don't see Ron Say anywhere. He'll be improved. Don't see Russell anywhere. And we got a bunch of outfielders and a DH. So I don't know how this is going to play out. This is going to... Oh boy, this is some silly looking stuff we got going here. Fairley's coming back, but I'd trade him. Oates, Dyer. No, Lopes is a mainstay. Baker's a mainstay. The rest of this offense is a little kind of a clown show here. And the 4 pitchers, well, Hooten and John. And actually, these 2 guys had a pretty good year. Coleman and Bruno had ERAs below 2. They're very high quality relievers. So it's good that they're coming back from the A's and Cardinals. So 8 and 4. Let's see how the Dodgers. Well, before we do that, let's go see which Dodgers are gone. Garvey, Buckner, Russell, Say, Waite, Stone, Sutton, and Umbarger. You can see basically who are Dodgers and who are guys from other organizations. So let's go see what the Dodgers decide to do. Okay, for the Dodgers, let's start with Buckner. And I think it's time for him to move on to the Cubs, if I'm not mistaken. When we look at Billy Buck, look, he's got a Cubs hat on. Yep, 76. Dodgers didn't make the playoffs in 76. And Buckner's last year was with them. Then he's a Cub. So what you do in that situation, because he's such a good player, you can put him on the keeper list as a guy you want to keep and basically tell the Cubs, hey, we're going to hold on to this guy. And you make a notation, hey, expect a trade offer from the Cubs to come along. Next up would be Ron Say. We know he'll stick around. It's just a question of which is his best year in this period. And for Say, he's got 3 straight games of All-Star appearances there, and an 888 OPS and 79. So that's no-brainer there. He continues. Next up is Garvey. I'm just gonna. Do we need to look? We'll look anyway. We know he's going to be with the Dodgers for quite a bit here. I think he's already had his MVP season in '74, right? And 5 more consecutive trips to the All-Star game without an OPS over 900. But he does have a 33 and 28 homer season in there. So we see we're filling up these slots pretty quickly here for the Dodgers. And then we have we've got 3. The next one would be Russell. And Bill Russell's a Dodger. He'll stick around with them. He's steady. Oops, Russell. Bill Russell. And there he is. 76, that was his All-Star game card we're removing. It comes back with an All-Star season in '80. You're pretty much getting the same thing. You're not going to get a big fluctuation, so there's no need to. He's sort of like one of those filler players. When you're in the second part of the draft and you need a player from a specific year, you just pick whichever Bill Russell card's available because it doesn't really matter too much. His variance is not that much. Don Sutton. Now, of course, keeping him is a priority, the Hall of Famer. And then in 1980, he leads the league in ERA and WHIP. And that card is now available. He did it at age 35, as a matter of fact. So now you've created the first situation where you know the Dodgers are going to be dealing. Because now we got 5 guys on the keeper list, and we can only keep 4. So that pretty much means that they're going to deal Buckner and improve other aspects of the team by dealing Buckner. Next up is Jim Umbarger. I think he might be done. He had a injury cut him short in his career, I believe. 76 was his good year, and then after that, it's not very good. So we're going to retire him. Again, it's not the guy could still come out of retirement, but it's highly unlikely. So now we've got 2 more guys to go here: Steve Stone and Rick Waits. All right, so with Stone, pretty cool here. They have no real intention of keeping Steve Stone because they are loaded with starting pitching. However, Steve Stone has largely mediocre numbers, which would lend to being put on waivers. However, this 1980 season might suggest, oh, let's put him on the keeper list and again ask for a trade for someone looking for a 20-game winner. That's the 25 wins is a little deceiving because his WHIP is $1.29. The Orioles just won every time. He got great run support from the Orioles that year. And the last guy is Rick Waits. And Waits, yeah, he never really was with the Dodgers. He was with Cleveland and Milwaukee most of his career. And he continues, he plays till 1985. So if you don't want him, because you run out of keepers, you don't retire him because you still have some baseball left in him. You put him on waivers. And when you do that, and you make him $100, now you see you're 6-1-1. And basically what that means is that you have to trade Steve Stone and Bill Buckner for, other assets. And those 2 guys plus some of the current players from 77, 8, and 9 to improve your team. And then also the team you trade with will give you waiver guys and a retired guy. So you get the 4, 2, and 2. So the Dodgers, once again, we saw this in the Summer League, they're going to be active traders. And they're going to be active traders again as a team that unexpectedly season ended earlier than expected. So thanks for checking out the videos. We'll see you next time.